was just an awareness that as I was getting older, things that I took for granted, like health and fitness, weren't the way they used to be. And I think we have to be very much aware of what we're doing. If we, I'm in my 70s now, and if I want to have a productive life, I've got to look after my health. So I was looking at ways, not necessarily to be as fit and active as I used to be, but just to maintain the level of fitness I had and perhaps improve in certain areas, health areas, and a level of mobility as well. And I have seen a lot of other modalities that I tried, but they didn't really help me. In fact, in some cases they exacerbated the problem. For example, a bad back. Yoga didn't really help me with my back, and I was looking for that. In choosing this course, I wasn't just looking at my own fitness, although that would be lovely. I was also looking at a way that I could help other people, perhaps in my situation. For example, in the over 50s, I saw a lot of people who weren't living the best lives they could live. And so that's why I took a teacher training course rather than just doing Qigong. With regards to Nick's course, that came about because I was looking on the website and I actually happened to see the advertisement. The website was very well presented, and I made contact with Nick, and I think from the very beginning I knew that was the person that I wanted to train me, because I don't know if you've been to many courses, but you can have a terrific course, great content, but if the presenter doesn't click, you don't get the maximum out of it. And what we're looking for, well, I'm looking for at my age, is someone who knows his stuff, and he's definitely got great depth of knowledge there, but also has a way of presenting it that that encourages you, and is not judgmental. He's got a very gentle way of, and I knew that from the very first moment I spoke to him, that he would be caring and be aware of my inability. And to be honest with you, now after the course is over, I can't believe that I actually did it, and I actually did those routines. Before it I was thinking, what if, but after a couple of minutes with Nick, I knew I was in the right place, and I've never felt so good. I really feel great. I feel as though I'm going to be able to help other people. I'm going to help he doesn't know. I'm going to help my husband, and at the same time I can be better than I am. I really believe that. And not just physically. I saw one exercise that is like being in heaven. I started doing it, and it was like deep meditation, and everything that Nick told us that could happen to our bodies, I believed it at that moment. I was really in the moment. So Qigong, yes, it's lovely. The medicine behind it and the theory behind it is fantastic for me, but the teacher was what I needed, and I don't think we could have got a better teacher for this course. My name is Dee. I live in Clear Island Waters. I'm a retired English as a second language teacher and examiner. While I was a full-time teacher, I also trained in energy healing, and I became a Reiki teacher, a Mune Ki teacher, and more recently a Tesla energy healer. And so, of course, as my interest is in energy healing, I looked at Qigong as an addition and something that could help my practice. We know that you can channel energy from other sources, but I am aware that in some extreme cases the best results come when your own energy systems, your own balance and your own chi is at the maximum level. So I'm always looking to maximize my healing abilities, and by looking at myself first, I think this is going to add to my own practices. All I can think about is how I feel now. How I feel now is I am supercharged to practice every day. I've never had that. I've always seen keeping fit as a chore. It's something you've got to get on the treadmill, and to minimize it, you got something in your ears to take away the repetitive nature of it. But to have a feeling that there is something that I can do, and I want to do it. I can't believe that when I get up in the morning, I'm not on the computer looking at messages. I'm looking at the computer, looking at the video and practicing and loving it, every minute of it. I love it. I love doing it. I love learning new things. And I love being with people that can teach me, not necessarily academic things. All my life I've been doing courses and getting degrees for my job as a teacher. But this was something else. I learned about life. I learned about simple things that we should be doing that I wish I'd known years ago. Like, for example, that putting your tongue on the roof of your mouth it has so many physical, mental, spiritual effects and benefits. So I loved learning. I didn't just learn about the Qigong, I learned about your life experiences, and you were very generous in sharing them. I had a back problem. I had a slip disc for 2 years that was being treated every week with a chiropractor, and the pain was so bad, and I had to mask it at work, that at work I stood up straight, but by 3 o'clock I was hunched over. And you all know that your structure and your posture give people an impression of your overall general disposition. But when you're hunched over like that, you come across as older and less confident. And I used to look at people with their backs straight and envy them because they looked positive, and everything's affected by your posture. You feel happy when you're standing up straight. And after only 2 days of this course, I told you this was really personal. My husband said that my posture had improved significantly. That was after 2 years of going weekly to a chiropractor. So I feel as though I'm becoming a different person, and I've got the tools to keep going in that way. It's not, I know this is the end of the course, and I don't see it as the end of my journey. I see this as the beginning of a journey that I'm looking forward to taking, and I'm looking forward to seeing the class again after we've practiced for a while, so that I can show off that I look different now. I would say to them, the fact that you're attracted in the first place, go with that gut feeling that you had to think about it in the first place, and look at the video, look at the materials that are available for you to understand what's involved. And if that feels right for you, then it is the right one. And if you're like me, I have so many fears. I'm not good enough, I'm not fit enough. I thought, I wish I'd got fit before this course. You don't need to feel like that. You need to just trust your instincts. And if you're looking at a video with Nick on it and you've seen, yes, he's capable, but you're not sure, speak to Nick and you'll know. I knew the minute I spoke to him, the way he spoke to me, I knew I would be looked after. I knew he was the real deal, he's authentic, and this is the right one for you. I can assure you you won't be sorry. Well, I'm one of these people who don't like superficial anything. When I went into Reiki, I got every book on the planet just about before I committed to it, and I wanted to know everything there was. So I like to have a lot of information. There was a lot of information, and that's what I liked. It was technical to a certain extent, but it was structured in a way that you could easily understand it. So, for example, explained a few things, and then it took each thing out and explained it individually. But when you have a teacher who brings it to life and relates stories about it, you can conceptualize things that are really difficult to understand. For example, Shen. You try to understand Shen from reading it, but when you listen to Nick's stories, I get Shen. I know what Shen is exactly. It's something that is indefinable, but I know what it is because of the stories that he told. Now, when it comes to the practice, the videos are set out as if you're in a class with Nick, and they're very good because I like to see something repetitive, and I like to learn a little bit and then a bit more incrementally. But that was good for reminding, revision when you'd learnt it. But in the class, you get personalized treatment, and you get adjustments that make things easier or more, more structurally accurate. And so you've got two things. You've got the video as a backup, and you've got the one-on-one. It doesn't matter how many people are in the class, Nick notices things. And I'm the kind of person, if someone tells me I'm doing something wrong, I get really nervous and think, oh, I hope I do it right the next time. But I didn't get that this time. It was really gentle, caring treatment, so that I was really grateful. I didn't go red and go, oh, I'm no good. I thanked him, and I remembered it the next time. No, I wouldn't say it met my expectations at all. I would say it exceeded them. I started out going, oh, I hope I'm good enough. I don't know if I can do this, and I know I can do it. And I understood a lot of the notes, and I didn't expect to. When I looked at them first, I thought, oh, this is a bit technical. No. It exceeded them, and I am so grateful. The day I said, yes, I'm coming, was probably, all right, this is going to sound over the top. It was life-changing.